Hello and welcome, my dear friend. There's a reason you're hearing this. And no, this isn't a soft, floaty, the stars aligned kind of reason. This one has weight to it. You've been pulled here by a force older than your pain, older than the stories you've outlived, older than anything you could have tried to control. Something's coming, and if your chest has been tightening for no reason, if you've been waking up in the middle of the night feeling like something's approaching, you're right. Because what's coming is not small, it's not subtle, and it's not quiet. It's a collision between two souls. Not a cute meet cute, not a spiritual upgrade, not an energetic nudge, but a real, undeniable electric crash between who you've become and who's been prepared to meet you there. The kind of meeting that doesn't ask for your permission, it just happens. And everything after it looks different. You've been doing something rare, something most don't have the courage to do. You stopped pretending you were okay. You stopped putting love in the hands of those who never held you properly. You stopped bargaining with your own worth. And that wasn't clean, was it? This wasn't a graceful awakening. This was you, crawling out of stories that made you smaller, shedding skins that no longer let your soul breathe. You've cried in parking lots. You've held your breath in bathrooms. You've been the person holding everyone else together, while no one noticed you were falling apart. And through all that, you didn't shut down. You didn't go cold. You stayed open, even if your voice trembled, even if your hands shook, even when you questioned whether it was worth it. That open heart of yours. It's why this is happening now. This next chapter is not about fixing. This isn't about healing one more layer before you're worthy. You've already been down in the mud, face to face with what you thought would break you, but it didn't. It refined you. And now, you've become the kind of soul who can call in something real, something mutual, something holy. Let me ask you something. Can you remember the last time you felt met, not just seen? The last time someone didn't flinch at your depth? The last time you weren't the only one reaching, bending, holding? That ache you've felt most of your life. The one that whispered, there has to be more than this. It wasn't lying. Because now, someone's being guided to you. Someone whose soul has been through their own version of sacred fire. Someone who didn't just survive, but transformed, just like you. This is what a soul collision feels like before it happens. You'll feel a kind of nervous peace, like your body knows something your mind hasn't caught up with. You'll feel an impulse to clean your space. You'll feel guided to walk a different route, say yes to an invite you'd usually decline, book a trip you weren't planning on. You'll catch your reflection and see something ancient in your eyes, like you've been preparing for this moment for lifetimes. Because you have. And now that you've released the ghost of what almost was, now that you've stopped clinging to the versions of love that only taught you how to beg for scraps, now that you've honored the part of you that finally said, no more negotiating my worth, the collision begins, not as a test, not as a lesson, but as a response, a divine response. So, what does it look like when two souls collide? It doesn't look like fireworks. It doesn't look like a movie, not at first. It looks like stillness. It looks like recognition. It feels like your nervous system suddenly relaxing in a way it didn't even know it needed. It feels like someone just walked in, and your soul exhaled, because they see you, not the version of you you've curated, not the role you've been playing, but you, as you are, as you've become. And you'll know, not because of their words, but because your old fears will try to rise, because you'll catch yourself looking for the exit, not because something's wrong, but because for the first time, nothing is. And that kind of peace can feel unfamiliar, almost suspicious. When all you've known is survival, safety feels like a trick. But it's not. This person, this soul, won't complete you. They'll mirror you, the healed parts and the holy ones. The parts that still need patience. The brilliance you forgot was yours. They'll challenge your rhythm, not to shake you, but to dance with you. Because they're not coming to be your other half. They're coming because you're already whole. And that's what made the timing possible. Let me be clear, this is not about being ready. The divine doesn't wait for your perfection. It waits for your alignment. And that alignment? It wasn't achieved through pretending to be okay, through being everything to everyone, through reading another self-help book or saying another affirmation out of fear. No, it was born the moment you stopped abandoning yourself. When you said, "I don't know where this path leads, but I trust myself to walk it anyway." When you began showing up for your own heart like no one else ever had, that's when it began. That's when the collision clock started ticking. And now, you're in the gravitational pull of something fated. For some of you, this may come through a literal person, a soulmate connection that awakens a part of you that's been asleep for years. Someone who doesn't just get you. They feel like they were carved from the same ancient ache you've been carrying. For others, this soul collision might first come as a path, a calling, a location, a moment where your entire being whispers, "This is it. This is mine." And you walk toward it. Even if your knees shake, even if the old you starts screaming in protest. Because here's the truth. This isn't about romance. It's about resonance. And sometimes resonance wears the face of a lover. Sometimes a new city. Sometimes your own reflection, finally smiling back at you without flinching. So let me ask you, can you let yourself receive this? Can you sit at the table you've prepared for years and let yourself eat? Can you stop performing healing and just exist inside it? Can you stop auditioning for love and realize you are the role? Can you let it be easy now? Not because it always will be, but because you've made it through everything that wasn't. This soul collision will not fix your life. It will amplify it. It will meet you where you've met yourself. And if you've been soft with yourself lately, if you've been gentle, if you've started talking to your inner child like they're sacred and not broken, you're already preparing. You are preparing, even when it doesn't look like progress, even when your hands are shaking, even when your voice cracks mid-prayer. Because this is what alignment looks like, showing up anyway, softening when the world says harden, trusting when you can't predict the next 5 steps. So, when it arrives, when they arrive, don't question your worthiness. Don't try to play small so you don't scare it away. Don't tell yourself you need to heal a little more before you open your arms. Just breathe, just feel, just receive. Because the door has opened, not because you earned it, but because you became it. This is your moment, and the only thing left to do now is meet it, fully, honestly, and without apology. It's about to be beautiful. Let it. Thank you so much for taking this journey with me. If you found value in this message, please like the video and share it with others who might benefit. Don't forget to subscribe and continue your amazing journey by watching one of the videos showing on your screen that resonates with you the most. See you there.